Hello, I am Tony B, and I'm speaking today with Al Neely of Neely Media and Councilman Cash Green from District 7 right here in Virginia Beach. And we're going to just talk a little bit about how we're promoting small businesses within the area. First of all, I'd like to know how the two of you met. How did you come to work together on this?
Well, Cash, I'm not quite sure how I met you, but Cash came on and did a podcast in the fall. I can't remember back there. Do you remember how we met?
We were at an event, a community event.
Right.
And from there you had, and someone reached out to me, or no.
What?
I'm going to tell you how we met. I was looking online for media outlets where I can get my story out. And I had called in or something online. And then your wife reached out. And that's how we actually started before a community event.
Really?
It was all online.
It wasn't my wife. It was my assistant at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then we met at the community event.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
And then since then, it's just been Cash and I in the community doing stuff together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And this is your first year in office, and you're, from what I understand, trying to highlight some of the businesses here, and this is one of the ways we're doing it. What is it about Neely Media that you want to let people know is important and why they should be here?
So one of the things that I have been very adamant about is if you don't get your message out on social media or podcast, which is the newest form of communication. People get their news from podcasts, and this has become the new status quo. This is it. So I really felt like me just starting off, this is my first year running for office, that I needed to build this momentum. And building that momentum, I felt like you were in the same spot. So I felt like we were just evenly matched.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so with that being said, as I'm out there as a public figure, I meet so many people. I felt like this is a good opportunity to bring Neely Media to the forefront of public.
And you've worked with Al on projects in the past. How were those projects to work with?
So we've done some amazing things, and I think to answer your question, they have been enlightening. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to go to that business, that small business, and buy like zero sub sandwiches. It's one thing to go to that business, buy a sandwich, do a transaction, and leave. Mm-hmm. It's another thing to get the perspective from the owner, where he gives you the inside scoop. That, to me, is paramount. And so that's what Neely Media and myself has really been able to do, is to get a chance to know the business behind the business, the people.
So you would encourage others in the community to work alongside Neely Media for their projects, correct?
100%. It's been nothing but letting people know that it's going to be professional. It's going to be from a journalistic point of view, right?
Yeah.
And I think you're up and coming, even though we are not connected with Virginia Pilot or any media outlets. You are your own, right?
Correct.
So I think we have an opportunity to be cutting edge. I think we have an opportunity to let the world know that Neely Media is for the people.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. And Al, as far as Neely Media, yes, you have the podcast, but is there other avenues where businesses can also be promoted or work with you, what other types of things will you be including in this media company?
Starting this week, we're going to have at least one on-the-ground reporter reporting and on site and writing on the events, and then we're going to publish those online. And within the next 2 months, we should at least have two. What I want to do with it is I really want to focus and build a community within Virginia Beach. So that was the attraction with Cash. One of the things we share is building the community up in Virginia Beach. So we're going to focus there. We're going to focus on community events. We're going to focus on political events. And then within the beginning of 2026, we will actually have a newspaper. We were talking about that, right? So we will have a newspaper coming out.
How fitting.
And it will be, we're going to probably start with a community and then go from there. But Virginia Beach people don't realize we have a big footprint here. So I just want to stay focused here. So those are the things that I have in line for what's coming up.
Wonderful. So as you're growing the community, you're going to grow with the community as well.
Absolutely. That's the plan. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. So if there are other businesses that can utilize Neely Media, what's the best way for them to reach out, and what types of things do you want to be helping other businesses cover?
Right now, we want to focus on small businesses in the area, organizations, nonprofit. We've done quite a few nonprofit organizations and we've highlighted them. So they can go to the website, and what we're going to do is we're going to offer free. I think we said we wanted to do something for businesses for at least a year. So we're going to do free exclusives for businesses in Virginia Beach on site. And then from that point on, we'll give them social media. We're going to work on digital streaming and then the newsletter. But to answer your question, I just got a little bit off track here. So you can access the website, and the website is neelymedia.com. And the website, you can request that we come out and highlight your business. It's neelymedia.com, and you can put your information in there, or you can give us a call, and then you can get in contact with us if you would like to be highlighted in that particular area for business.
Wonderful. So you said that you're going to be focusing on small business, nonprofits, and political topics.
Well, not so much political. We're going to be talking about community as well, but the things that are going on within the community as far as politics in Virginia Beach. Right.
Great. And where would people be able to see you and what you've done before, so they get a taste of how they would be handled?
You can find videos on YouTube, IG, and Facebook. And what you can do is you can go to the website and then download the videos from there, which will take you, the website will take you to the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel, you can preview some of the exclusives that we've have.
Great. So this is an initiative. This is just the first interview in this, but it's an initiative that, Councilman, you're trying to grow through other businesses as well. Do you have other businesses already lined up, or do you have a direction that you are following for this?
We have over 700 businesses in District 7, which is Tallwood High, Salem High, Regent University, and heading all the way down from Kempsville to Indian River to Military Highway. the backbone of how America is built. It's built on small businesses, right? In entrepreneurship, that spirit of entrepreneurship is everything. So the vision is, and yes, I have many lined up. We have a karate studio, which is taught by Jack Dark, Master Jack Dark, which is, you know him?
No.
So he teaches kids from 10 to 17. And martial art has kind of taken a back seat since Bruce Lee, passed away. And then they use wooden swords. And then the schools took a stand against kind of weapons. They saw that as a weapon. So, but for me, I see it teaching our kids how to cultivate that energy in a more disciplined way. Yes. Instead of being explosive, now they understand what they can do with their body, their movements, or a weapon. It's the same thing like training for gun safety. If you don't train them, then they don't know the power behind that weapon. So I'm a big fan of martial arts for our kids. I'm a big fan of them using weapons in a controlled and trained manner, because then I think we reduce opportunities for violence in our schools.
So that would be the next business that you want to work with as you work through the list.
That's right. Master Jack Dark's Taekwondo class.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And as this grows, what is your ultimate goal? The ultimate goal. I mean, I understand building community, but...
Who you asking, or both of us?
Both of you.
Yeah. You go first.
Okay. I think the one thing that we share is, I think this is one of the reasons we get along so well, is our fondness for the city. We've talked about not just small businesses. We've talked about other events on larger scales, trying to put Virginia Beach in a place where it's highlighted through sports, entertainment, business, tourism, media, when we've talked about. So I think that's where the idea that we share, and growing that to just give a place for Virginia Beach on a national level, right?
And I think your podcast is unique. It's unique because, he's not an overpowering, if you will, journalist, quote unquote, or an interviewer, right? Or I think people can feel like they actually have a part in your media company, like Costco, like Sam's Club, right? And this is, I think, the touch that makes Neely Media different, is it's the community that makes this podcast. It's their personality. It's their different energy that they bring, like we talked about today, that they're going to bring to help build this as not just a local, but then a national, then a global podcast.
So the sky's the limit here.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with our feet on the ground, with our head in the clouds.
Yeah.
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 I love that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Good foundation built on small steps that build a larger presence for everyone.
Right.
Right.
The coming together.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that either one of you would like to make sure the public knows about this venture?
Do you want to take it, or you want me?
Yeah. You go, because I think there was something there.
I think probably the thing that I would want people to know is that when I'm talking to them and I'm interviewing them, I'm looking at them as individuals, and I would like for the expression of who they are, their experiences, to come across in the interview, and the passion for why they're doing what they're doing. So if you take a look at some of the exclusives that we have now, you can see that come across.
Yes.
And that's just satisfying to me.
Yes.
So that's what I would say. Probably for me.
Yeah. So
comes to mind Armentia. What's her name?
yeah, LaTanya
Right.
Warren.
Yeah,
LaTanya Warren.
She's an amazing. That was so enlightening.
Yeah.
And it kind of, once you've viewed that experience, you got to see exactly the passion in what she was doing.
Right.
So I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I was
you're
just,
fine.
that's one of the things that I would like for people to know, because you have your negative views about that particular
Industry.
right? And it's not that way. So those are the kind of things that I'm trying to bring to the forefront. Yeah.
And I think that that's important. As a representative, I represent the voice that is not heard,
Right.
the workers that are behind closed doors,
Right.
the person behind the counter who's not in front. And so if anything, Neely Media exists to bring those voices to the forefront.
And when you say that, it sounds to me as though there's something very personal behind that statement. Is that anything that you are open to sharing?
Yeah. So academia is very important to me, but I didn't start off in academia. The 11th grade was very tough. It was a transitional period in my life where my father, a Vietnam vet, was never the same when he came back to the States. And so my mother raised my sister, myself, and she wasn't able to provide that sort of nucleus family, the nuclear family. And so we were raised with our grandparents. And for me as a young man, it was just very difficult to process. And so I had to go the route of continual education, where I had to get a continual education, which is a GED in the 11th and 12th grade.
Okay.
Why that's important? Because I never want to tell anyone. I tell people about my 4 years of seminary, and so my certificates from Harvard and classes and courses. But I didn't tell them about my childhood. So I think what we do is we exist to let people know that their voices, no matter small, their business, no matter how, like LaTanya Warren,
Yes.
where it may have such a, and her company is Armentia, and it is cannabinoid studies. And so there is a stigma behind that, just like a stigma for GED. I have a high school diploma. I have a GED. Stigma, right?
Right.
And I think we exist to change that stigma for small businesses that are in the bright lights and those that are not.
I think that's a very, very important thing to say. And I think that the stigmas people have held from 70s, 80s before, we have to recognize that they don't fit today's culture, and they don't value the journey that some of us have had to endure. And those journeys have made us stronger and adaptable and relevant.
Right.
And without a voice to share that, no one gets to learn another way of seeing things. So thank you for bringing that up, Because, and thank you for not being afraid to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if truth be known, in my opinion, a GED is harder earned than a high school diploma. And I think that the stigma is not accurate at all. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you to the childhood self, my childhood self, which I told no one. I scored the third highest in the nation back in the 90s for my GED test scores. But I couldn't tell no one because I was ashamed.
No.
I carried that shame, hence carrying that shame and guilt actually cultivated sort of a life as a young man of shame and guilt.
It makes us work harder. It makes us able to achieve. But at what point can we come to that place where we can forgive ourselves for thinking less of ourselves than we should? At what point do we get there? And is this going to be the platform for assisting that journey?
I think this is. This is the platform. We are mobile. Every Tuesday, we have made it a plan of us to be in the community from 10 to 11. So in about 3 years, we will be well known as the media company that's going to come and visit you at your place of business and let you know that you matter.
So people over politics,
That's right.
but not just a slogan.
Not just a slogan. I was never a politician. I'm a blue collar worker. And my father, my grandparents, which I said he is my father too. Right? Fathers. I told you, raised me. But they're military.
Right.
And the vision that they had for us was more a pastor in a church, which I did that,
Yeah.
or a football player, sports.
Yeah.
I did that too. I played with Terrell Davis of the Denver Broncos, and he went on to play in the NFL, and I went on to
Sit here on the couch with me, right?
That's right. I love you guys.
You know what? I love that. I think it was Yogi Berra that said, if it was a perfect world, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, right.
And because it is not, we have these opportunities
Right.
to help improve and give voice to.
Right.
So I love that you've allowed me to be a part of that today.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing where this is going to go and how we're going to be able to update
Yeah.
the societal stigmas that we all come up against.
Yeah.
And I think you said something very important. The term community is where we live by a list of rules and regulations so that we can keep our society safe and healthy and vibrant. And we actually will become a part of the fiber of Virginia Beach being a economic hub, which will allow for more health and longevity for our seniors. So think of this as, it's almost like medicine to the community. We provide a medical, if you will. We're not doctors, but it's sort of in that holistic realm that we are actually going to keep our communities together in a more inclusive, right?
I hope so.
More inclusive.
Yes.
But not. We're gonna laugh together. We're gonna cry together, but letting them know that they're not alone.
Right.
Yes. And I think that's a tall order.
Yeah, right.
Today's society seems to be alone in the middle of a bunch of people. So that's a very tall order to build that. But I think it's something that can happen, and I'm grateful that you're willing to come together to bring others together and give them wings.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah, it's really important. So I just want to add to what you're saying. Hopefully, it doesn't take 3 years. It's a little. Hopefully, we could do this in half that time. But when I see a greater vision for everything that we're doing now, it is to bring the community together. I'm from a larger city, and there's so many things that are beneficial in terms of medicine, education, and just infrastructure, right? And those things are all fueled by a community and an economy that's thriving, and that's when you have growth. So the bigger picture I see for what he does as a service, and then what I see as a media company, and then growth. So, yeah.
Hear, hear.
Okay.
Here's to growing together.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Is that going to be our? That's our topic today? Growing together,
Growing together.
or how we started. I mean, this is really. I mean, you're funding this, and so let this be clear. This is a disclaimer. I am Councilman Cash Green. There is no taxpayer money or tax dollar money used for this episode.
Nobody was hurt.
Absolutely. Right.
So we're doing this, right?
It would appear so.
And now we're going to have a new host.
Absolutely.
It would appear so.
That's right.
You
So
know,
maybe that's what then we should title it, huh?
It appears
So. Okay, correct. So I saw something in you,
yes.
and that's why I asked.
Yes.
But if you take a look at everything that you do, he does, and I do,
It's the same.
it's a common. We both serve, and we serve the community.
It's all
right?
about service.
So that's I think is what the idea is, and I guess it's not front and center. It's maybe even unconscious, but it's just part of our fiber serving.
I don't think it has to be the spotlight. It has to be the backbone.
Yeah.
And people, there are people who have a servant mentality.
Right.
They have a servant heart. And I don't really care what work I'm doing. I'm here to serve.
Right.
I'm here to contribute. I don't necessarily need a spotlight for that. I know that it's those who serve in whatever capacity. If you approach things through service and that's your goal, doesn't matter the work that you do, you're building that foundation for wherever you are.
Right.
And that I believe that you're correct in that all three of us are here trying to serve and build.
Right.
So it's a beautiful thing to come together. So I have been Tony B. It's been my pleasure to interview and speak with you today. Al Neely of Neely Media, and Cash Green, Councilman Cash Green of District 7 here in Virginia Beach. I look forward to seeing how we grow.
Thank you.
Thank you.